Okay, so at 18, you get sent to YO?
Yeah.
All right. And there was a picture used for a while because your face got slashed at age 19.
Yeah.
So that was a year into your sentence.
Yeah.
So what happened with that?
So I had cut a kid at the first prison that I was at. And that was the first violent interaction besides fighting that I had while I was inside of prison. The very next place that I went to, I ran into a kid from the first prison who was blood. I personally folded him in the dorm that we were in. He wasn't banging anything. A Crip broke his nose. He put a brick into a canteen bag, hit him in the face with it, smashed his shit. He was at a different reception center. So I get to this reception center, I see him. The GDs were the ones that approached me. So they're like, oh, we're tied flags. I'm like, no, the fuck we're not. Who the fuck said that? Oh, nah, we're on this shit over here, da-da-da. Your brother's in the cell right there. So he comes out with a fucking nose cast on. I'm like, I folded him. He not blood. So they look confused. He sees me. He looks spooked. More or less what happened was this is I Block in Lake Butler. It's one of the most treacherous reception centers in Florida. The COs are killing shit, allegedly burying bodies under the buildings and building buildings over the bodies. So it's fucked up over here. And I'm in I Block, which is one of the oldest dorms there. It's got the original cells. It looks like an old movie. Somebody was on the other side who was supposed to be the head blood. He comes over to my cell. We start arguing because he's defending dude without even knowing the history of him getting folded and fucked up and everything else. So he yells out, hey, I got $50 in his head right now, talking about me. So I yell out, who gonna take it? Nobody says nothing. Now, mind you, at the last prison I was at, we got to march like it's the military. We got to hip, hype, all that shit. The boots that they gave me were like size 9s. I'm 11 and a half. So my 2 big toes were ingrown to the point that I couldn't walk. Bleeding, pussing, mad nasty. My socks like stuck to the skin. So I can't really move while this whole shit's happening. So he puts the hit out. The next morning when we're going to chow, I got a razor and everything. So I'm ready for whatever. I'm coming down the stairs. All the GDs are in front of me. They're like 10 deep. And there was some other people behind me. I didn't see the kid come out of his cell, so I didn't know where he was at. I start coming down the stairs. I just feel a swipe. So I felt air inside of my face where I've never felt it before. So I knew something was up. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I touched my face. What the fuck? Pull the razor out. I turn around. I see him. He was 2 people behind me. So he reached up and cut me. It was a 7-inch slash. But then he runs into the CO's booth. He ended up running in there and telling the COs, yo, somebody just got cut. While he's doing that, I'm fucking bleeding everywhere. I come down the stairs, come out, and I get behind a pillar. Now, there was a CO at the bottom of the stairs, but I put my hat, you got to put the hat on before you go outside. I put the hat on and covered my face up so he didn't see none of the blood, even though the shit was all over the stairs. So I go out, I'm hiding behind a pillar. I'm waiting for him to come out so I can pop him as soon as he comes out. He walks out with 2 COs looking for who got cut. So at that point, I can't run. I'm not going to be able to chase him. If I attempt to chase him, I'm pretty much just telling on who cut me. So I had to take it to the chin. I threw the razor that I had, and I walked right up into the chow hall line, bleeding until they pulled me out of the line.
How many stitches?
I didn't get any stitches.
You got a 7-inch cut with no stitches?
Yeah, they fucking hot glued my face.
Oh, they used glue.
I don't know what medical glue it was, but it was a hot glue. So my cut is only deep right here. Like the scar is only right here. The rest of it was pretty much superficial because he cut me from behind somebody. So he didn't even get me good. He was scary himself. But they put me in the medical wing and they gave me a fucking diaper because there's in this specific spot, it's a reception and medical. So in the back, they have all the old people that are dying and shit. So one of the nurses gave me a diaper and had me sitting in the hallway with the guy that bags the bodies when these old people die. So I'm just holding my shit. And he's like, yo, what happened? I got cut. I showed him. He's like, damn, is it bad? Because there's no mirrors that I can look at it. He's like, it ain't good. And then they hot glued my shit. They take me to confinement and they bring me into the captain's office and then they beat me in the captain's office because I wouldn't tell on who cut me.
Okay, but you know who cut you.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever run into each other afterwards?
My boy cut him with a box cutter, opened this shit up.
Okay. So you got your revenge.
In a sense. Yeah.
How did you feel when you found out that he got cut himself?
Oh, I fucking celebrated. Made a little cake with a honey bun and cookies and yeah.
Okay.